Good morning.
Good morning. It's Tuesday.
Welcome to Tuesday.
Here's the weather quiz.
Hopefully your day's off to a good start.
Yes.
Heather, I was going to say, you're going to keep the jacket on.
Oh, well,
to
yeah,
the
this is
digital
actually
studio?
the Up North Live sweatshirt.
Branding all over the place, yeah.
All over. It's really soft, actually. It is just a little bit large, so I do like to wear it when I'm, like, not in public or at stories, so.
Well, appreciate you joining us here in the Up North Live digital studio.
Always
roads
a pleasure.
Look clear in Gaylord behind you. That's
a
nice way to start the day.
Yeah, it looks like quite a bit of improvement. I know this morning there were some spots that had melted some of the snow last night, probably from the de-icer and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then it like refroze this like thin layer of ice. So Gaylord was one of the spots that looked a little bit shiny this morning, but it looks like since the sun is starting to rise, it is a tad better. So that's what we're talking about right there. So you guys have a better idea. I'll select all my graphics here.
Heather has a story to tell.
A small one. Okay. We'll read the weather quiz for all of you, and then we can get into the full forecast here.
Sounds good.
The Beaufort scale is something that is still used today to estimate wind strengths. It's mostly used when looking at the waters, and it's related to ships, actually.
Okay.
So a wind force of 10 on the Beaufort scale can have what effect on trees specifically? Does it move the large branches? Does it break the twigs? Or does it uproot them? So
we'll find out.
Brendan is not on a hot streak. I did think you were going to get this one.
I've never heard of this until today.
Yeah, this was a fun one.
The opposite.
Yeah, you did. Quite opposite.
Yeah. But now I know, and we'll see.
I'm just trying to find like newer things, keep things fresh.
See if our friends know.
New. Yeah, we'll see.
Without Googling.
Yeah, no Google. No Google allowed. Like our trivia on Tuesday nights. No Google, no phones. All right, getting into the forecast this morning. It was a cloudy start in most spots, and we're seeing a little bit of, I'll zoom in here a little closer. Looks like a little bit of flurry still in the Manistee, Bear Lake, Ludington area. So you could be seeing a little bit of that. There's quite a bit more snow. If you are downstate Michigan, Kalamazoo, even south of Grand Rapids, seeing quite a bit of snow right now. For us here, we're quiet though. Temperatures are on the cooler side, similar to what we saw yesterday morning. Sitting at 15 in Newberry, 23 on Mackinac Island, sitting right at freezing over in Traverse City. So still a cool morning. And that's going to remain the same throughout the day today. So temperatures will only be reaching around the 30s throughout the day. The main story is the fact that we will see a little bit of a warm up here by the end of the week. And by warm up, I mean the average high temperature will be around 50s in the Traverse City area. So we'll see low 50s, but then we're right back down. So we're kind of in this upward swing and right back down the hill. By on Sunday, we'll see those temperatures in the 30s again. That's associated with our next low pressure system that we will be seeing quite a bit of. I think we're going to see quite a bit of some eventful weather with that one if it all pans out. Today, we do have a chance to see some scattered lake effect rain and snow showers along the shoreline of Lake Michigan. I do think some of us could, even though Stormcast doesn't show this earlier in the day, there's enough moisture where we could see a little bit earlier and by the evening hours. So that is the main thing. We could see a little bit of lingering light lake effect through tomorrow morning. But again, light, not a whole lot of accumulation with this. So it could just be a little bit annoying flurries flying through the air. But at least as far as roads go, I think we'll be okay if you're traveling anywhere, heading to work and all that. I want to talk about this system. Again, we talked about this yesterday, but if you didn't join us, our longer range model shows we'll start to see some rain. Most of this will happen late afternoon, early evening Saturday. So if you're going anywhere, especially downstate Michigan, keep your eyes out for this system. If you're heading north, especially depending on where you're at, Sunday morning will be a mess, especially the further north you are. So we are going to see that heavy rain, those dark green colors and yellow colors just on the eastern side of the map over on Lake Huron will be, torrential downpours, but the heavy snow to the north and that pink color could be rain, freezing rain, and then transitioning into heavy snowfall. You can see the winds wrapping around this low pressure system, and the middle of this low pressure system will basically track through the middle of Michigan. So behind the system, this is what I'm most concerned about, is the fact that if you are going anywhere, we are going to see that heavier snow, those dark purples, and then that wind is going to pick up, especially on Monday morning. So I think the roads could be a bit messy, especially when we're starting off with some warmer temperatures. So that's what we're keeping our eye out for. I'm going to pull up the GFS model just to show you if it wants to load here. Oh, this one. GFS is kind of agreeing with this. Timing could be a little bit earlier with the rain. I do usually err on the side of the Euro. Joe and I were talking about that yesterday. But when the Euro and the GFS are basically pumping out the same thing this far in advance, I do think this is going to be a likely event for some messy roads coming up here soon. Today, though, we won't really deal with a whole lot of that. We are going to see those temperatures in the 30s. It'll be another cool day with a lighter northerly wind at about 5 to 10 miles an hour today. 35 for Alpena and Harrisville. We'll see low 30s inland. And then on the western side of the northern lower, those temperatures will be in the upper 30s. A cool, calm day, and those flurries will be a possibility, especially tonight. Mostly cloudy skies will dominate the region this evening. Those temperatures in the eastern upper will be in the teens and 20s. Same story for the northern lower on the eastern side of the map. A little bit warmer on the Lake Michigan side, but we're still sitting at freezing this evening with those few rain and snow showers. Depends on where you're at and if we're going to see, those lake effect showers turn in the form of rain or snow. I think most of us will see a little bit of some snow there. Extended forecast, I mentioned the warm-ups. So we are going to see those temperatures back to the 40s Thursday, Friday, 40s and 50s. We are expecting a little bit of some rain and snow Wednesday night to Thursday morning, not enough to even put in the extended forecast because most of that will happen when most of us are still sleeping. Brendan and I will be awake, but most of us will be sleeping. And then Saturday, we have those few showers, mainly afternoon rain, and then that will transition into that rain-snow mix, and then wind carrying into Monday with cooler temperatures again back to the 20s and 30s.
All right. And that was the story I was talking about. Heather has a story to tell.
You're supposed to now repeat all of that. Can you do that?
We'll just watch it back on the digital studio, yeah.
Okay.
Should we say hi to our friends?
Yeah. Oh, is that Trevor in my ear? Or is that Marcus?
Somebody's talking to our ear. I think that might be.
I think that's Trevor Drew.
I thought that was Mark Gillette. I don't know. Oh, and now they're not saying anything anymore. Okay. All right, top of the list here, and I feel like I'm going to get in trouble by Christopher, but I'm just going off of what I see here. Susan Radke saying Gibber.
Oh,
top of the list.
That's what we call him. Gibber.
He's the star of the show. What can we say?
Yeah.
Got Susan Lash Sims watching from Kalkaska. It's 28 degrees. Susan Radke's hand and thumb surgeries tomorrow.
Ooh.
Hopefully everything goes well.
Yeah, I hope so. That's not fun.
Hopefully it's a quick recovery too.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's a quick recovery.
But we're going to hope it's going to be.
I hope so, though.
We're going to hope. Yeah. We got Joel watching from the Pleasanton Patriots Pub. It's 29 degrees there, cloudy. Leslie's watching from Harrison. It's 28 and cloudy. Where she is, it's sunny where Seth is. So good morning from sunny Petoskey.
Yeah, there's a little break in some clouds.
It's 16. Burr is what Paul is saying from Boyne Falls. There are some patches of blue sky. Any news on a possible storm this weekend? I think she wrote that before your forecast. But if you need any more information, Paula, just let us know. Wendy said, good morning from Prudenville. Heather, where do we submit our hotshot photos?
Hotshots at upnorthlive.com. Make sure you give your name and the location. And then any other detail you want me or Joe or Trevor to know. It's helpful if you're taking a picture for a specific reason. We love when pets are in them with pets'
Oh, yeah.
names, all of that. So yeah, hotshots at upnorthlive.com, and then make sure all that information is in there. If there's no location, we can't air it. If there's no name, we also can't air it. So.
And we can confirm the sun's out in Petoskey.
Yeah, I thought I'd pull that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, satellite showing that too. So.
Jackie's watching as well. It's 28 in Kalkaska. Hi, Jackie. She's hoping everybody has a happy Tuesday. Susie Q's also watching. 27 in Frederick. Almost done decorating. One more Christmas tree, and then she's done. She's off to go swimming, and then going to be seeing the chiropractor
How many
today.
Christmas trees do you have?
It's a good question. I wonder if she's talking maybe some outdoor trees as well.
I know in my house we have like one tree in every room.
Oh, my.
Kind of thing. But the main living room area is the fresh tree. And then my room had a pink tree. My sister had a purple tree. My brother had a white tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does your dad have had a train track around the yard or the living room or something?
Both.
Oh, multiple train tracks. Gotcha.
Yeah. There was the massive one that goes around the entire living room floor.
Oh.
It's a G-scale train if anybody is a train aficionado. But that's what's inside. And that's just a big loop. And I used to love to like crank that thing on like the highest setting. And he'd get so mad because it would take the corners super quickly and then it would fall over.
Yep.
And it like burns out the engines. And then we have one bigger one outside in the front yard that has a whole Christmas like figurine box thing.
Wow.
With a whole Christmas scene in there with people working, elves, Santa, I think. And then that has, because we're in North Idaho where it's cold and snowy and icy, my dad has had to evolve this project to putting heated elements underneath the track there to melt the snow so we can still run it, because we run it all the way leading up, I think even past New Year's, and we hand out candy canes to the kids and stuff. So
I love it.
That's like his evening project.
That sounds like a big project. Papa Brick is staying busy.
Yeah, and it's been like a whole neighborhood effort because all my neighbors are retired like he is. So like it's above ground because he's old and needs it up here now. And so it's this whole like lifted, welded metal thing holding the track and the whole scenery, and then the heated elements underneath. So it's like a whole situation. So.
We're gonna need to see video or pictures or something of this one day. It sounds elaborate.
I know, and I usually get a picture and video of all the decorations outside the Bricca house. So I'm sure my mom will be sending me one once it's snowy and picturesque, which we've been getting a lot of snow and rain back home. And if it's pretty enough, she'll send me those pictures. So sure, we can share that.
Yeah, that'd be fun
with
to
our
see.
Up North Live digital studio friends.
Yeah. We have Wendy with a guess for the weather quiz. Uproot trees is what she's thinking. Christopher's thinking the same thing. Paula's guessing the same thing. Oh, Susan wants to know if you can ask Alexa if you really want to. Or you can just guess and
whatever floats your boat.
Okay.
It's 8:48 a.m. So whatever you want to do.
And no, I don't want to give saying hey. Say hey, and then the other word. But I don't want to trigger any smart devices. Speaking of Alexa, how'd that Alexa update go, Mark?
I thought you were referring to me as a smart device.
Mark Schlett is also a smart device, but he also records news updates for the smart devices. How do you do that? What do you ask Alexa to do Up North Live or something? How do you do it? What's the
think it's
news?
Ask Alexa for the Up North Live news update or something like that.
We had a commercial on that long time ago, and they went through the whole process, but I don't remember. Anyway, I don't have one, but I'm sure if you have one, you know how to do it. All right, we got Gales. Good morning. It's 27 degrees and cloudy in Kingsley. Susie Q is loving the commercial that we're airing on TV, welcoming Heather to the morning team.
Yes, that was fun to make.
We got Nancy saying good morning from East Jordan and guessing the uprooting option there. Gail's guessing the same thing. Susie Q is guessing what I guessed. Breaks twigs. Christopher talking about possible rain there on Sunday for church. My Aunt Sandy's watching from Wisconsin. Hope you're doing well, Aunt Sandy. Joanne said, hi, you all, from Commerce, 36 degrees, a little bit of snow. And Christopher said, it looks like you answered my question, Heather, in regards to the GFS and Euro models. Really cool information. Thank you.
Yes, I knew you would ask, and I just thought, we should just look at it together in real time.
My mom's watching as well. Hi, Mom. She's saying, yeah. Mark Schlett goes, aw. Another great day in Port Huron. And she's hoping everybody on Facebook has a great Tuesday. Susie Q doesn't have any sound. This seems to be an ongoing issue. She's hoping everybody on Facebook has a great Tuesday. Susie Q doesn't have any. I'm getting sound on my device. Maybe ask Alexa or something.
Maybe it might be connected via Bluetooth on something else. Something worth looking into.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Jackie wants to know what the weather's going to be like on Friday in Traverse City.
Friday in Traverse City. Let me pull up this guy. Some clouds. Really nothing to worry about. Yeah. And a little insider scoop on the extended forecast for you undies. We call it the undies, the up officials.
Oh, gosh, Heather.
Sorry, it came out. It's whatever.
It's what it stands for.
Yeah, UNDS. Friday, we use Traverse City as a northern lower, like average high temperature. So it looks like it's going to be pretty pleasant with 52 degrees, and we'll call it partly sunny skies. Yes, Brendan.
All right. Jackie got her question answered, I'm guessing. We got Steve watching from Tennessee. It's a cool 40 degrees, you said. We have one of Mark Watkins' sister watching this morning.
Aww.
Hi, Enid. I wasn't sure if we're going to see your name pop up after Mark retired. We hope he's enjoying, what would this be, day three, if we're talking about work days, day 3 of retirement.
Yes, I hope he's enjoying it.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that the Watkins family is still watching a little bit.
I love that.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, Enid. That means a lot. Ooh, Susan Radke's talking about her recovery. 1 year recovery.
See, that's
wow.
What I was thinking. Because my mom had double carpal tunnel surgery when I was young. And my grandma came up to watch my siblings and I with my grandpa. And she was laid up for a long time. And that's when it was intensive surgery. So I can only imagine, even right now, like anything with your hands, there's a lot of nerves and everything like that. So I do wish you the best, though. I know it's probably going to be a rough healing process.
Susan, I'm glad you asked Enid, is Mark enjoying his retirement? I guess I'm assuming he is, but I shouldn't assume. Enid did answer Susan. And she goes, I think he is. He hasn't made it to Georgia yet. He's still making his way there.
Gotcha. I know that was the plan, though. Like, eventually, pretty much almost right away, get away from the cold and the snow, and I don't blame him.
Seth is saying, hoo-ha, Miss Bricca. Hoo-ha. Hope I'm doing that correctly, Seth. All right, we got Alice, our friend and weather watcher in Alpena, saying, hi, Brendan and Heather. It is 20 in Alpena, and her tree has been up since October. I like it. I like it.
I guess you just skip Thanksgiving decorations and just go right for it.
Christopher saying that he's missing Mark and blessings to him on retirement. Yeah, we had a lot of experience walk out the door on Thursday when Mark retired. 54 years in broadcasting.
Yes.
Yeah.
We do miss him and all his knowledge, whether it's the weather quiz or whatever fun facts he was telling us about the South and everything like that.
Just his travels around the country. Yeah. Susie Q is saying she has 6 trees outside, 2 in the house. So that answers our question there. Okay. Enid goes, Christopher, I know it's an adjustment. I'm sure he will be fine once he gets used to it. Talking about retirement here. Christopher said, doesn't Upper North Live also have chime in for weather photos as well? Christopher, you are spot on. Yes. And that's another way to submit pictures. Now that goes more so to Trevor and Brandon, our digital people in the newsroom, the content center. But the hot shots go right to Heather and Joe and Trevor. Yes. Robidoux, the weather Trevor.
Yes. And then I occasionally, if there's a bigger weather event, I will go into chime in and use your guys' pictures of what we actually saw across northern Michigan for the event. But I don't have a whole lot of time in the morning show to air those. So I haven't really been doing that lately. I guess I haven't had a whole lot of, as far as snow, interesting weather events. But we will use those occasionally. But if you want your hot shots to actually air, your best bet is hot shots at Up North Live. You can send them to both spots, though. If you want, Trevor might find it interesting and post it on Facebook. So
yeah,
all just depends. We use them all, though.
Alice is guessing C. Jackie is guessing the Breaks Twigs went the B option. Our friends at Michigan Doodle Rescue Connect saying such a great show. We're glad you think so.
Yes.
And saying you guys are awesome. Well, thank you. That means a lot. And apparently talking about getting the sound back. Okay, I get it. Nathan is watching this morning.
Nathan's awake. Wow.
Nathan goes, uproots them, Kinney. I love it. Oh, man.
Wow, now he's the expert.
I
I should make him write my weather quizzes before I leave in the morning.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Put him to work. Deborah loves snow. Deborah's watching from Celine and wants to know how much snow is up north right now.
That is a good question because it was a little bit wet when all of our snow fell, even over the weekend. Some spots did see about 3 inches, but I think some of it melted. So I think some spots, in addition to our 2 or 3 inches that we saw even before the weekend, I think some spots may be seeing closer to around 6 inches or less on the ground now. Petoskey looks like that too. Hard to tell because I'm not over in Petoskey, but.
Susie Q's in the snow belt. She's between Grayling and Gaylord.
Oh my gosh, that is definitely snow belt.
Do you want to guess how many inches of snow she has?
Are we counting in total or with the melt factor?
I don't quite know. Maybe.
I think maybe total.
Let's just say right now.
I would say maybe around a foot.
You're not far off. 16 inches is what she's saying.
I was kind of going a little bit larger. Maybe it's a foot. Okay.
Could be not pronouncing this correctly. Nikkei. Anyway, wishing Sue a speedy recovery. She's a great up north neighbor. Michigan Doodle Rescue Connect. Retirement means time to sleep in, they say. Carol watching, saying that Alice, your name was just mentioned. And her name gets mentioned every day on the TV too, with her being a weather watcher.
Yes.
Deborah misses Mark and wish him all the best. And Susan Radke saying, oof, and I haven't read this through yet. I'm not laughing, and this isn't funny, but this is what she's going to have to go through. They remove a wrist bone, drill a hole through the base thumb bone, harvest a tendon from the forearm to thread through the hole and stabilize the bone. Can I keep going?
Mm-hmm.
And then
I might get a little queasy, but you can go.
Coil up excess tendon, insert in space where the bone was removed. Man.
Intensive.
Yeah.
For the forearm.
I didn't learn that in medical school.
Yeah.
I didn't go to
My
medical
grandma
school.
thought I would be a doctor, but here I am.
You're a scientist.
Telling the weather. Yeah, still scientist.
Paul goes, we'll never hear the words Watkins wind anymore. He always wanted that wind off Lake Michigan to be called the Watkins wind.
He said that? I've never heard that. Or he wanted
to get or suggested that name. You know, there are different names of wind.
Yeah.
He wanted that to be.
I like
thought that would be a good one. I think so.
Yeah, it
rolls
flows
off the tongue.
Yeah. And it's got the alliteration. I like it.
And Christine's watching, and Gail is reporting 12 inches in Kingsley, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, we are at almost 9 o'clock. Heather, what's the answer there?
What is the answer? Uproots them. This was established in 1805 by Sir Francis Beaufort, and this is still used today. It's more of a visual thing, but it goes from 0 to 12, 12 being hurricane force winds. So that gives you perspective as to 10. But I didn't want to give you that context going into the quiz, Brendan.
I understand.
Minor details left out.
Right. All right, well, we will let you go. Alice is giving us the thumbs up.
All
and Susan, we'll be thinking of you tomorrow as you go into surgery, and then hopefully we can hear from you soon. And maybe we can have your husband type in the comments or something like that.
Yeah, because the hands might be a little
or Boris will help
up.
Or something like that. The voice to text.
Okay, I wanted to tell you, Susan, I saw the video of Boris from Brendan. Was that Friday?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and that is a large cat. But yeah, Maine Coons are gorgeous. I don't think I've seen that color of Maine Coon before, but that is like a mini lion that you have.
Sweet Boris.
Super cute. Yeah.
All right, we'll leave it at that. Give any messages for the friends? Because now I'm good.
Okay. Well, we'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a good Tuesday.